Namaste, my beautiful queens. I want to do a reading today, and I will use absolutely new deck. A deck which had never been used in the readings before, because I want very, very, very clear answers. And this is the question I want to ask this new classical deck. Is there something you can do? It's going to be, of course, about a guy, of course, about that man, about that one man. For each one of you, it's going to be your own, of course, man. And the question I want to ask, is there anything you can do to help him? Because to help him to arise to the next level, to connect with his soul more, to get into the more connection away from the dark ego and into the more connection with his true essence, especially after I spend a whole night by reading the Journey of Souls. He describes how, why a pure soul, pure at its very core, while being on in physical, how the soul chooses the body, why this specific body, and how it happens, and what happens that under the environment, under influence of body chemistry, environment, upbringing, situations, how the man can, because females are more connected to the core, a man can lose the touch of with the true essence, with his true soul. Yeah, of course, we all know, and I know already said 7 gazillion times, people don't change. You have to take people as they are. But we are living in interesting time. Let us look at the card. If card says, okay, honey, nothing you can do about it, forget about it, this is it, you have done it all about him, nothing else you can do, I will tell you this. But let us take this new deck and ask, is there anything you can do to help him to connect with his soul, and to help him start hearing his soul, start listening to his soul, start following his soul? Let us see. Asking the spirits of fire, spirits of earth, spirits of air, and spirits of water, the guides and the keepers and the divine forces, to give us the answer to this question. Can this one female do something in order to help this one man to get connected with his very soul, with pure, beautiful core, eternal and immortal? Start hearing more, start listening to more. Is there anything we can do to influence this one man? To my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. And I'm going to put 2 cards, set of card number 1. I am going to put 2 cards. I'm sorry, this is the plain one. 2 cards number 2, set of card number 2, and number 3. And I will tell you, whoever that man is, I will tell you what is there. You know me, it would be making no sense to tell you something else. So, set of card number 1. Oh, yeah. Wow. The thing is that, what can you do? Can you do something? The thing is that he does. He does understand. and he does realize that with you, he had the very rare chance. A rare chance for true happiness. I don't think you are with him, and I'm sure you're not with him, because there is a 7 of Cups, dreaming of you every night I go through. It's Patsy Cline. So 10 of Cups is his dream, which he doesn't do anything. The thing is that I don't think he got you out of his view. I don't think he doesn't know what's going on in your life. For some of you, you probably are married, or he thinks that you are married, or he thinks that you are in happy-dappy relationship, and this is how he's looking into the window, dreaming of you and seeing you turning his back to him. So he's sure that you are with someone, turned your back to him because he didn't do what he was supposed to, and you are happy-dappy under the rainbow. Probably there are 2 children playing here, whatever, you have children or not, but you are happy. You have all the happiness. Your dreams all came true. He absolutely doesn't think you can be single or can be alone, because a woman like you cannot be possibly single, cannot be possibly alone. For some of you, probably he's watching over you kind of like from the distance, probably from through your social media or people you both know. But he is absolutely sure that you are happy, you moved on, you have somebody, and you have somebody who deserves you, because he is sure he didn't, because he got stuck at the position of dreaming. And now, for some of you, maybe many years has passed by. For some of you, maybe months, maybe not that many years. It depends. But now our man, a typical situation for a man that understands that she was the only one who I could have, not just chemistry or feeling. He felt safe, and probably he had a very tough experience in his childhood. But when he thinks of you, and he constantly dreams of you, because this is what he does. And unfortunately, his dreaming doesn't go past just dreaming. Like he wakes up, dreams of you, and falls asleep dreaming of you, thinking how happy, torturing himself with imagining that there is a man with you and by your side, who treats you right, who gives you what you want, need, or dream of. And unfortunately, we have a man with tons of issues, with conflicts with himself, conflicts with the world. And outside, this man can act very cold. Why? Because it's this tradition, unfortunately, of I am leaving them before they can leave me. Before I get too deep into it, I will get away. I rather dream, because dreams cannot bring him any distraction, any danger of who needs the heart when the heart can be broken. Can you do something in order to I don't think you can, but let's see. But can you do something? It is unfortunately 4 of Pentacles. Unfortunately, we're having another card here, 4 of Pentacles. The only thing you can do is really be happy in your life, because we are having a serious man who is seriously emotionally unavailable, as much as you can possibly imagine. We see the card of Four of Pentacles holding his heart, his emotions, his life, his everything to himself. Under one foot is pentacle, under another foot is pentacle. He is every time someone makes a step towards him, there is a little funny description of this card. It's a person in airport who is waiting for his airplane, and he's so terrified that someone is gonna take his suitcase from him that he tied himself to his suitcase, and he doesn't go to drink water or to have something to eat or closes his eyes or drink some coffee. He's so terrified that someone is gonna get closer to him that he gets totally exhausted by holding on to his suitcase. It's so called the card of greed, emotional greed, mental greed, which is even can come to material things. It's card of total control. And because he is this type of a person, he gets rather cold and aggressive. He imagines anyone wants something from him. Everyone wants to use him. Everyone's gonna lie to him. Everyone's gonna hurt him. Especially a beautiful woman, don't trust her. All women are liars. I mean, it's a lot of issues coming from his childhood. So he wouldn't risk, even if it was about his own life. There is another, Shakespeare wrote the work about a greedy knight, a knight who was sleeping, who died of hunger, sleeping on a mattress which was filled with golden coins. It's like that. So unfortunately, can you do something to move him to trust himself, the world, the love, the energies, that the sign is shining, that the rainbow is possible? Unfortunately, I have negative answer here for you, for those who chose number one. This one is stubborn as 199 mules, especially if it's a person with status, because very often Four of Pentacles. So he only allows himself to dream, and that's the only thing he allows himself, because this way there is no risk. If you're dreaming, there is no risk. The dream is going to come and demand something from you, or tell you something, or ask you something, or you would have to do something. For now, dreaming is safe, but understands that you wore that chance. But very sad, girls, but I have to tell you what is here. So such cards, and this particular man, whoever this man is, I think for some of you this is someone from the past. He got stuck in that shadowy ego, unfortunately unmovable, nowhere from there. So right now at the point of us talking, it's a narrow-minded person. It's egocentric. It's all about the money. It's all about how the world sees me. It's all about I have. It's all about not wanting, even if it's a life threatened, to change anything. Unfortunately, the way he is now. So right now you can't do anything in order to move him from that. Set of card number 2. Can you do so? Oh, wow. What card? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords and the Lovers. You don't even have to be Oh, you don't even have to be a tarot reader to see that there was a man who had a choice between two women. So for some of you, this was, Seven of Swords. Oh, our famous Seven of Swords. So when he met you in his life, when he met you, it was a player. It was that Casanova, Don Juan, someone who only saw women as something to play with. At the same time, unfortunately, he considers that women do the same thing, so he feels absolutely fine of doing that. He presents himself as this charming man. Unfortunately, it's the false ideal, so-called. So he used to, a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side. It's this type of a man. He loved, it's a manipulator, it's a cheat, it's a liar, it's that all together. It's a Seven of Swords. It's a skilled man who knows what to say, how to look, how to touch, what to show, what to conceal. 77 masks, and here, betrayal, manipulation, lying, gaslighting, all types. He was perfectly awesome in it, pick-upper, so-called professional pick-upper. And then comes lovers, comes you, which is completely a different story, because lovers brings us their situation connected with karma, because we see the angel here and we see a man and a woman, and the destiny brought you to him and said, you know what, now you have this choice. So you can either continue that bullshit you are doing, sorry, my language, doing that with your life. You can choose completely different life. Here is you. In front of her, you're gonna be naked. She's gonna see through your bullshit, sorry, my language. You will not be able to do with her what you had done with all others before. But there is a choice. You can choose her and find your lost paradise. You can choose her and walk with her under the blessing of this angel. You can choose her and absolutely be anew, like if you are born again. She is gonna connect you with your true self. You are free to choose, because the lovers, of course, give the freedom of choice. Would you choose her? But for that, with her, you have to be completely pure, just like this man in front of this woman, under the forces of light, love, and destiny. Will you be able to choose that? This choice will influence your entire life. You have to be completely sincere. You have to be completely open to her. You have to give yourself to this feeling. You have to. And what did he choose? Unfortunately, I don't think that he, by the moment of us speaking, he had made this right choice. But at the same time, the advice comes here from the Lover's card. The advice here comes from Major Arcana. And this is what you can do is the test which was given to him, he not yet passed by. Lovers is the card which, it's not situation which came into his life and gone. It's a test. He didn't pass this test, but you did. You did, because no matter how situation was between you two, you stayed in your purity. You always acted following your true very core. Unless, I hope that's not the case here, it was a third-party relationship. Because in third-party relationship, unfortunately, a woman doesn't follow the voice of her very core. She unfortunately follows into the shadow of temptation of the devil. But for most of you, I believe that's not a case. It's a case when you came into the life of so-called bada boy as a choice. You can choose this path which will lead you to purity and living, following the voice of your soul, or you can choose the other one. You chose the one following the soul, and he didn't make this choice yet. You don't see the chain between them like in the card of the devil. You are not chained to him, so you are free. And you don't see her clinging to him. She holds her hand, and he can choose to take this hand or not. So what you can do in order to help him to stay true to your purity, to your soul, to the voice of your heart, and walk with that choice. Because you are this, you see, it's a kind of a woman which has a very huge influence onto a man without a man ever admitting it. You are there in him, constantly reminding him, are you happy on the path you have chosen? Are you in peace with yourself on the path you have chosen? Are you in peace with the world, in harmony? Or you feel like you don't get the kick anymore, because wherever he enjoyed before all these stupid games and manipulation, you showed him a different story. He doesn't get a kick from it anymore. So keep on standing in your power. You're not clinging, you're not attached to him. You are this pure essence of female under the blessing of the heavens. But this what you can do. Stay this way. Walk in your light. And he would have to turn away from that towards you. He would have to. I don't know how many years it's going to take, or months or years, but he would have to. Because here we saw a man turned away from this card towards this woman. And let's take the last the last one, the third one. Oh yeah. Like it's like we have the set of of the same kind of man. I've been standing here, right? You'll keep on standing. I want her so much, but not gonna budge, not gonna budge. I am just gonna be standing here in this 9 of Wands. Very similar energies if you're listening to this whole video. to the Four of Pentacles. I'll stand and I will resist. Oh God, I want her so much. I'll stand here and resist and resist and resist. I will protect myself. It's like a hedgehog, you know, a hedgehog, or with all these thorns, and him, you know, don't touch me because I'm gonna make it hurt. Seriously, very similar to Four of, it's like he's at war, like relationship. Oh, be careful, a woman is coming. Relationship is like a war, but it's a strong person. It's a very strong person, but he put between himself and you, he put this invisible glass wall. He doesn't allow, unfortunately, emotions exchange, feelings exchange. He is a cold heart. He acts like he has a very cold heart. Protects, doesn't let anyone counter, but at the same time, Ace of Wands, you know, it is like what they are doing to themselves. I just don't get it. What are they doing to themselves? It's just like, I want it and I'm not gonna have it. Oh gosh, I want it so bad. I'm not gonna do it, not gonna do it. It's like this, you know, Opus Dei, the Catholic branch of this monks, which Dan Brown described in Da Vinci Code. When they feel any desires, any passion, any pull to any woman, and he would take this whip and with a horrific, these pieces of metal, and they would torture and beat themselves until they gonna be bleeding, so the pain would take over their desire for closeness with a woman. It's just horrible. I mean, it's this type of a man. What can you do? He probably, you see what happens in this situation, you know, probably he was hurt once upon a time, you know, he fell in love. I will give you an example, very simply, for you to understand. He was 16-year-old, very, very handsome man. He was only 16 or 17-year-old, and he was dating this girl. Unfortunately, the girl was a part of this bad boys group, like a gang. And when he came to her once to meet her in the evening, there were 7 people who waited for him, and they beat him so badly that he spent 2 months in a hospital, barely survived. So after that, already when he was 25, 26, extremely handsome man, he would, any woman he would feel pulled towards, he would hate that woman. He would run from this woman, because any woman to him was a mirror of that one who caused such horrific experience to him. This is very similar. Like, the more you want it, the more you need it, the more you feel a pull, the more stand right here. Don't take this chance. Don't do this. What can you do? Can you do something? Being honest with you, with this guy, not much you can do. I already told you, girls, you know, I will tell you the cards. And right here we are having such men which are barricaded themselves in prisons of their own issues, emotional, psychological, mental, and you name it. What else can you do? Something. Nine of Pentacles in reversed position. What you can do, the thing is that in reversed position, it tells you what you should not do, because in reversed position it says that you might be very tempted, my queens right here, might be very, very tempted to be ready to sacrifice whatever you have. Please be careful, because this is a card of sacrificing what is dear to you in order to do to somehow move this man. Sacrifice your health, sacrifice your relationship you might have right now. Maybe you're married, you know, who knows, your situation. Sacrifice you know, maybe he lives in another city or another country. You are ready to sell, you know, your house and move to his place just to be there with him and prove him that you're not gonna hurt him. Anyways, this is very dangerous card. It tells you whatever you want to sacrifice in order to move this man, please do not do this. Do not turn your life upside down, because in upright position, it's a successful woman standing in her power. You know, she's successful in life, in emotionally and mentally. It's a very, see, it's a woman who is dressed up in beautiful clothes. She has pentacles around her. She has beautiful landscape, and this one, please be very careful, because this card says that you might have plans to do something about this man, sacrificing something, and this would mean a wrong choice, very, very wrong choice. The expectations which are not gonna happen, betrayal, loss of faith, loss of hopes, broken heart, broken trust, broken hope. So please, 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 you must not do that. Whatever you want to sacrifice, whatever it is, for this man to move actually from this this position, please don't do it. Don't do it, and please, please stand in upright position. Stand, this is what you should do. Stand in upright position, and he has to get tired of his own demons on his own, and you stand in your power. In your power. This is all, my beautiful queens. I hope it was helpful. Such men we're dealing with. What can I tell you? Classical deck, classical Rider-Waite deck, and I will talk to you soon, and I am wishing you all the best. Namaste.